Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMatches.com with match number 1 with the blue-green version of our Mono Blue Devotion. Yes, we like to play first. This looks like a keepable hand. We have the Collected Company, we have the Stratus Dancer, we have the Thassa. Yeah, definitely keepable. So we have a couple of options if we want to morph in the Stratus Dancer or just hard cast it, which I think that we will end up just hard casting to put some pressure on our opponent. And it's going to be either, usually the Temple of Malady, we are going to be running into either Abzan Aggro or Abzan midrange. Would have liked to, of course, have that first turn. In fact, I still think we want to hit Collected Company. But no. We want Thassa on time, Collected Company on time, but if we don't have Collected Company on time, we can either draw into land. So I think it's still just throwing out a Stratus Dancer. And we'll just pass the turn to him. So, still no white source, which is good news for us. Options here for him is he could alternate price. It's going to be a Den Protector. This could be the Jund Megamorph. But having to cast a Den Protector is not ideal. You want to be using it to get stuff back, but maybe it's just not, he's thinking that he's not too worried, I guess, about getting anything back or me removing anything to get back with a blue list. So I think that we're going to go the coast here and probably just run out Thassa. And then attacking with the Dancer. Because I don't have to worry about a Siege Rhino coming out this turn, which is really the card I want to counter. Plus, I want the Devotion now for the Thassa to be active. Still going to be one card away from that happening, but I get to scry away lands now. And we'll actually have 2 scries next turn with the Temple of you know, see, I don't think that I keep a land. Even if I do find an untapped land, I think that Silumgar Sorcerer might be a little more powerful. Because we do want to keep that mana up to counter the Siege Rhino. So it is going to be an Abzan deck. Abzan, it still could be mid-range or aggro. They both use Den Protector. And this is definitely going to be the mid-range deck. So Crux of Fate's going to be on top, which does a number to him as well. And he's going to be a few turns before he can actually... we definitely want that on top. That's going to be very powerful. And now we can scry with the Temple of Mystery. And, ooh. I think that's fine on top as well. So we'll get in with this the Dancer. And then he's going to hit us for 4. He does get the Temple of Malady off the Courser. So this is going to be a long, grindy game, and I think that's where the Collected Companies and the Thassa are really going to shine here. So, read the bones. Is now on top of the library. And he'll tack in for 4. Put me down to a 14. And see if he casts anything here. And we can upgrade, or we can kill a Dancer to counter. Either way, we'll be flashing it in. I do believe that's worth it to counter. And we know it's on top. So I'm just going to use a Thornwood Falls. And I think that, see, I can either go for the more aggressive route, but I want to block his stuff with Collected Company. Or counter something. So I think it's okay to get in here for the 2 damage. He's finding some really good hits off the Courser. The Courser's definitely giving him some card advantage. And I'm sure he's gonna scry the Temple of Silence away. And there's another Fleece main line coming up. And here's where Collected Company is going to be brutal. So we'll cast the Collected Company. And we find a Hypnotic Siren and a Sorcerer. And then we can just put these on the bottom in any order. We'll just throw these on the bottom. We don't want to exploit. Nothing to exploit. So now he's got to use a Hero's Downfall on a... and it still doesn't work. That actually does work by Abzan charming away a Thassa. That actually hurts a lot. But we can still kill his Den Protector. Or do I care? I don't think I care. I think we just attack in. And race him at this point. But yeah, those Thassas and the Master going to the bottom did hurt quite a bit. He gets another land off his Courser. So 3 for 3 with the Courser. That is not good. He can Crux of Fate, but Crux of Fate isn't the greatest when he feels like he's ahead. He might just go Fleece Main Lion. And I'll counter it. I'm definitely countering it. I can't counter Dromoka because he can't be countered. If he has that in his hand. But it looks like he's just going to get in there for 4 again. And I got to choose between... Yeah, that's fine. We'll counter this. Now, I hope he doesn't have a Bile Blight in his hand, because now I really see the power of Bile Blight. We'll sacrifice a Hypnotic Siren. And get the other Fleece Main. It still works, buddy. Still counters it. That is how Exploit works. And Frostwalker's fine. We'll go ahead and tack in with the Sorcerers. Taking him down to a 7. And cast a Frostwalker and have the last card be Collected Company, which is going to be very powerful. So now he finally doesn't hit with a Courser. I can see him cruxing here. We know that he's got a Crux, and... Did he have a... I can't remember what else. Maybe I should start writing cards now and what he revealed. He has a Courser Crufix and a Crux of Fate. And there's the other Courser. Now you really got to think he's not going to use the Crux. He's going to read the Bones, which causes him some damage. So Collected Company finds me another flyer, I just win the game. And there's a Siege Rhino coming up. Alright, I don't win the game with just an any old flyer. Because now he gets 2 life per Courser. That is interesting. So let's see what we hit with Collected Company. We've hit an Aven and a Dancer. Well, actually, yeah, an Aven and a Dancer just wins the game. I mean, we would block here, but we have 8 damage flying. Oh, jeez. Okay. So he scoops because he sees the 8 damage. So that is the power of Collected Company. Really, really good. I kind of like Horizon Chimera here. And even the Bident, he most likely has the command in his deck. The negates are very good. Very, very good. Chasm Skulker's not too shabby in this matchup either. I am okay with Encases. Encases can hit Siege Rhinos. Disdainful Strokes are decent in here. There's just a lot of cards that, in all honesty, I don't like the Master of Waves. To me, it just dies too easily to a Hero's Downfall, to a Bile Blight, which I believe he'll be bringing in. So I have some options. Frostwalker's okay still in this deck because it blocks everything quite reasonably. Silumgar Sorcerer is amazing. I do want to try the Horizon Chimeras because they do have flash as well and might be a little bit hard for them to deal with. And same thing with Bident. Bident does seem good, but again, I just don't want to be destroyed by the command. And maybe that's why I should get rid of some... Well, no, because Thassas just work well with Collected Company. Icefeather Avens are great. Dancers are great. Sirens are great. Negates are great. Stormcrasher Elemental, now that... Stormcrasher actually seems really good. So, still need to get rid of 2 cards. Balancing stuff with Icefeather Aven might not be the best option, or maybe just even Frostwalker out of the way, because it doesn't really trade that favorably with just other 2-drops. And I think I'm gonna take out all the Frostwalkers. I'm gonna try Chasm Skulker, see how well the Skulker, and then I'm gonna try one of Hall of Triumph too. We'll submit this. So we have the Hall of Triumph. This is actually a pretty decent hand. So we'll see how the Hall of Triumph does without the Master Waves. I just kept it in here as a way, I don't think he's got any artifact removal with the command only hitting enchantments. So we'll lead off with the Hypnotic Siren and start pressuring him. I mean, I could go Temple, but we'll probably have an opportunity next turn to Temple of Mystery. Fleeceman will be a little bit of a... Yeah, that's an issue because he might be able to start racing me. But with double Temple, or double Collective Company, we should be really good. So I'm going to scry anything away but a land. I'm actually going to put this on the bottom. And we want to hit that land drop. Taking some life here with the Fleecemane. He morphs down a Den Protector. So we scry a Sorcerer at the bottom and get a Sorcerer. And I think we do attack in. But this is going to be rough to overcome. So if maybe Frostwalker does need to stay in. Puts a lot of pressure on him. On the play, we'll definitely bring it back in. Take the damage here. And we will flash this guy in. And he's going to fight and make me sack an enchantment. So this is, again, exactly why I do not like the Bident in here. Another Collected Company. I think we just run out of Hall of Triumph is our only chance. And then try to hit it into a land drop for the Collected Company. But the aggression between the Fleece Mane and just the Den Protection and Alco get a command is going to be very, very rough. He might just use it right now to get the command back. And do 6 damage, put me on a 2-turn clock. Surprised he did that. Siege Rhino here. Yeah, Siege Rhino will do some more. I'm down to a 4, and then I have to draw into a land. There's the land. So we're not out of this, but we don't have a lot of good options. Especially with a command. In fact, we have, I think no matter what we do here, we die. Because one trample damage with Siege Rhino is going to get through. And we missed completely bad. Okay, so we'll go on to the sideboard. And I think that I'm going to go, the Frostwalkers need to come back in. I don't think Chasm Skulkers actually need to be in here because they're just kind of weird. I mean, I'm going to keep the Hall of Triumph. And I think Thassa in this match might be a little bit weak with the command. I don't care about losing Hypnotic Siren. I mean, we could just get rid of the Sirens completely. And then we can go the Master. See, Master Waves just dies too easily to. But I'm going to keep the Masters in on this one and the Hall of Triumphs. We're going to try this route. I'm going to submit this. Alright, so yes, I'd like to play first. It's keepable. Do I love it? No, but it's keepable. Start off with an island. Pass the turn. And we draw the Collected Companies like crazy. There's going to be pretty difficult if I don't draw into another land. I want to Dancer. I would take the Stratus Dancer if I were him. This is going to hurt, though. It's going to cost him 2 life and a Frostwalker hit. Best case scenario I could do is hit a land next turn, of course. And then, like, he has to take... I still have a Negate. They'll be decent. And he takes a Sorcerer. That's okay, because Sorcerer isn't something I want to be casting in a while, but that means that he does have a creature he doesn't want me to counter. And we do hit the land drop, so we can just morph over the Dancer. Get him down to a 14. Of course, he knows what that is. We do need a green source, though. 8 of those come into play tap, though. There's the Fleece Mane Lion and a Temple. Now, does he want to take the hit? Hall of Triumph is nice. Ooh, yes, we've run it out. Now I'm wishing I would have just cast this. But can he survive it? Does he have to block here is the thing. He does block. Okay, that is fine. It gets rid of a Fleece Mane Lion. And he can Siege Rhino here. So we desperately need that green source. Because all he needs to do is slam down a Siege Rhino, and I'm in a world of hurt. As I might just need to morph this guy over. To make him a 4/4. And again, that hurts. He can take a Collected Company or a Negate. Okay. A Duress takes the other Collected Company. And now we do get in for 4 here, though. And we are... do I do that, though? No, we have the Negate back up. So here comes the Rhino, I'm sure. Yeah, that is very, very problematic. Other than we are far ahead in the race, and he can't block the Stratus Dancer. And that was a great draw, actually. Now he's back down to a 7, so 2 turns. We have Negate to kind of tempo our way there. We can counter any sort of spell like a command, for example. Well, that hurts. Love to hit a Master of Waves. Sorcerer would have been nice a couple turns ago. But he is just dead. If he does tap out for whatever reason, he is just dead next turn. To the Flashed-in Sorcerer. We can counter that. I hate to do this if he's got the command, I just plain die. Do I just wait another turn? Because what he's going to try to do is try to... I think I have to go for it here, unfortunately. Oh, and if he lets me untap, that should be game. Because we have the Negate. Yeah. All right. So, woo! Glad that wasn't a removal spell in the last 2 cards in hand there. We barely pull that one off. That's a rough matchup, but we do have tricks for it. We have the Encase in Ice. We have plenty of ways to have evasion over top. And yeah, I feel like that's a pretty 50-50 matchup. We'll play one more with this deck, then move on to a different version. This is Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.